what really is going to get you with welding is because a lot of times you're using stabilizers or benches to put stuff up on.
Hmm.
You know, um, it's not really the lifting part of it. It's the inhaling of the fumes that come from the welding
Yeah.
that will really mess with your lungs because that's what
But even
it
even
ended up doing to my
standing for
father.
even standing for long times messes me up. But that's another
Uh,
story for another time because it is 8:01, which means it is time for some Dungeons and Dragons. Hello, all my lovely viewers. Welcome back to another episode of Waters of the Deep. We're just going to dive straight into it. If you want to know who's who, go back and watch the first 4 episodes. They were good ones. My favorite moment, personally, was tipping the drow. Becca. Hate crime. Anyways, but you guys decided to take up a bounty and hunt down Galorian Tuskhook, who had been known to be hiding in the ruins in the Shadow Fae, and caught a quick quip from one of the workers at one of the food distribution center in the Shadow Fae that he liked to hide out in a church. Entered the church. You were seemingly ambushed by a bunch of thieves, which didn't work out well for them. And you were able to take care of a bunch of them and kill Galorian Tusktooth. And we ended the episode right as he fell. So the floor is your guys. What are you doing?
Teddy's going to suggest um, Otis take Test Cook and use that bag of holding. We got to carry that bastard back because they want him live or dead, which means they want him. So, it's unless somebody wants to carry that body.
Oh, hell no.
No, I'm cool with that, but might I suggest that we search the bodies first?
100%.
As I walk away, as he's saying that, yeah, good game plan. And I'm gonna start checking for stashes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all gonna look
Anybody
for things.
anybody checking bodies or searching for loot? Go ahead and investigation checks.
22.
Come on. Nah, fine. I'm just gonna let y'all take care of this as I kind of step back. There it goes. I'm with you.
Well, Pearl's trying to intimidate the shit out of the dead bodies.
Something like that.
Uh, he's joking because you rolled intimidation, not investigation, Pam.
I know. I figured that.
Okay.
I'm working on it. It's freezing. It's not good today. Oh, you're good. Doesn't get any better than that, but hey, try.
Oh, it can definitely get better than that.
Got better than your your intimidation, didn't it? No, it
That
didn't.
is
Never
true.
mind. My bad.
No, never mind. You didn't. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna kind of look around at the bodies and then just kind of not put that much effort into it. Clearly.
Okay. Everything you guys find is going in the party sheet. All right, that's it. So you're able to find a couple of gems, 50 gold, 50 silver. Um, the Galorian had a piece of like really fine fabric hanging out of his breast pocket. He also had a potion of healing on him and a stick which my spellcasters would recognize is shaped like a wand.
Okay.
Is the unidentified items, is that the gems?
Oh, did it
Are
not?
those?
Yeah, it says unidentified items.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Blame Pam making me fix the computer 5 minutes before the session started. There. It should be updated now.
Yeah, it is.
Can I take the fine cloth?
Sure. I will send that to your inventory.
I'd like to throw my hat in the ring for a couple of them gems.
Same.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Same.
So there's 4 of them. One of them is about double the size of the other 3.
Well, I would go for that one, clearly.
The one big one?
Yeah.
Okay. And Odes, you can take the rest of them?
Sure.
Okay.
There's no objections to that.
Yeah.
And what's left?
Potion of healing and a wand that you don't know if it has anything worthwhile to it or not.
Potion of healing? I'd be interested in that.
I got those gems on your sheet, Odes.
Oh, thank you.
Then I guess I'll take the wand.
Okay.
Let's take what's left.
And Taddy's going to take the potion of healing and then splitting the currency equally, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like 8 gold, 8 silver each. And 2 of each left over. Which will just stay on the party sheet until it can get split properly.
Do we need to add those to our totals?
No, it did it automatically. All right, and then Odes, you were gonna put the body inside your bag.
Yes, I am.
All right, I'll put that in your inventory and get it in there for
Had
you.
a character. How big is this bag?
It's like a satchel.
We're gonna fit a whole body?
The bag of holding.
Bigger inside.
Oh, okay, cool.
The bag
Well,
of
because I'm just imagining you like folding him in half and like shoving him
no, so the bag of holding enters to
like
an
origami with the body.
the bag of holding enters to an extra dimensional space. Is how that works. So yeah. So like as you start feeding him into the body, whatever's put into the bag disappears as it's going in.
Cool.
Basically.
Did any of them have any shields?
No, they did not.
Okay. Very good.
I don't believe so. Let me double check that.
Did they have any weapons that they might have dropped?
That is a good question. Suppose I could put some of that in. Hold on.
So the all the group loot that we had is related to bodies and stashes?
That was all the items of value that you found on bodies and stashes you could find laying around.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay. Just for clarification. Make sure that wasn't just bodies or something.
No, that was because you did say you were going to check around the area.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. Look at the stashes, man.
Yeah, no. The gems were stashed. Everything else was on bodies.
Okay.
1 second. All right. As far as weapons go, 4 light crossbows, 3 daggers, 2 rapiers, and 4 short swords. And those are all in the party sheet if anybody wants to grab them.
I mean, anybody else use daggers?
I think I already have one. Yeah, I already have one.
Okay.
So,
I mean, because if nobody else, yeah, I'll take the daggers for sure.
and whatever's not claimed, I can put in a bag of holding for us.
Good call, good call.
And then we can split up the cells for that later.
Well, I will take the rapiers for funsies.
All right. So, what's your guys' next move?
Real quick, do you guys want me to put the short swords and the crossbows in the bag of holding?
Yeah.
I'll take one of the crossbows.
Okay. So I'll put 3 in the bag. Got it.
Where do I grab that out of character?
So, open up your character sheet, go to inventory, and then on the right-hand side of the screen, under tools, there's combat tracker, and then there's party sheet. If you click on the party sheet, it'll give you a new window, and you'll see a list of all the items. If you click and drag the little gray box next to the item you want and drop it on your inventory, it'll move it for you. It'll only move one at a time. If you're doing a lot of things, just move one and then change the number on the inventory sheet and let the DM know, so he'll just erase what's left on the party sheet. But when there's only, 1, 2, or 3, something small number, just grab them all, one at a time. It'll only take a few seconds.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah. That should be... Yep. Got everything.
All right. So, what's the next move, guys?
Let's go turn this body in. Get paid.
Something like that.
Wait, did we search the rest of the area for everything?
Yeah, you guys did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Before we go anywhere, I'm going to...
Did the job posting say anything about who we're turning this into?
It did not, but Odess would know where bounties go.
Would you like to know where bounties go?
And yeah,
Okay.
you know what we're shaking at.
I mean, I guess lead the way.
Yeah, right?
We kind of need to know where to take a bounty instead of just holding a body in a bag of holding.
I mean, to be fair, Malar had like 7 bodies in his bag of holding at one point.
His was a morgue.
The beautiful thing is the bag of holding like stops all time. Like if you're a living being being put in the bag, you have 10 minutes of air. And then after that, you're just suspended in like a timeless void. So nothing decomposes or goes bad while you're in there.
Yeah. So besides the fact that you can shove a whole body in there, the body doesn't have to rot while we're walking either. So.
Always a plus.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I was worried about.
No, it's not. It's not gonna rot while it's in there. It'll stay in its current condition. That being said, that does not count towards time for like revivify, because like revivify, you have to cast within a minute of the person dying. It doesn't suspend that timeline. It just keeps the body from decaying.
What if you were in the bag of holding with the body?
Well, after
You
10
have 10
minutes,
minutes,
after
yeah.
10 minutes, you would suffocate to death. So
Yeah.
How long do you have before you can cast Revivify?
It's the same. The timer never stops.
It's okay.
yeah.
So it's not.
Well,
it's not like you only have a minute.
You can only cast Revivify within 1 minute of the target dying.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you're in the bag of holding with it, then you're on the same timeline,
Exactly.
so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not that time moves differently in that bag. It's just things don't decompose.
All right, Mr. Holy Man, lead the way.
Alrighty. Well then, we would like to go see the Watchers.
Seriously? Okay.
What? You asked?
Yeah, I guess if we need to get paid.
I mean, you don't have to go. We can turn them in without you.
You think I'm gonna go and I'm not gonna go and not get paid? Shit.
Think a holy man's going to stiff you on your money?
Not you, I'm worried about.
So Odessa would know that the Watchers in their wonderful ironclad compound up here are the ones who manage and hold all bounties. All official bounties, anyways.
And apparently the one on the job board was official?
It was.
Oh. Well then, yeah, we would have known.
Well, Odessa would have known. For sure. I guess Taddy would have too.
Right.
Taddy lived here, so he would have known.
Okay. Okay, so we're here. We want to go there. I suggest we try and hop a ride on a boat north of us. Otherwise, we may have to con our way through the marketplace again. That can be tricky.
It is morning-ish currently. Because you guys took off first thing in the morning to head out for the contract. And it took you a couple hours to get there after you woke up. So it's closer to lunch than breakfast, but not quite lunchtime at this point. I'm just reminding of the timeline because, Taddy, you have a date tonight. In case you forgot.
I do, yes. No, I did not. And I'd rather not be held up in a prison because we tried to con our way through the marketplace to get there, so.
Okay.
I agree with that. Let's just go around.
All right, so I've heard go around and try to hire a boat.
Well, whatever. I'm with Taddy.
Well, when I meant hire boat, I mean to get across from the Shadow Bay area or Shadow Woods area up to the Horde area, like we did before.
Okay, so just a simple crossing.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone, go ahead and roll a perception check as you move. Perfect. Okay. You guys make your way out of the ruins through the last bit of forage and wreckage up to the edge. It is daytime. People are moving about. So you can see the boats ferrying back and forth, and you find somebody who will let you cross for 2 silver each.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. However you guys want to do that.
That's
Just
fine by me.
mark it off whoever's inventory.
I paid
I
mine.
can do it.
You said 2 silver?
Yeah.
Yep. So that'll be 12 silver total for the 6 of you.
I marked mine off.
I was gonna say take 2 off
Okay.
if you're doing everybody's, because I didn't pay for mine.
I also paid for mine. Me too.
Okay. So it sounds like just mark 6 off for yourself, Odas. For yourself, Becca, and Max.
Mark 6 off?
Yeah. Katie, Pam, and Mike all paid for themselves, so just mark 6 off for the last 3 of you.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, wait, I'm paying for everybody?
No, you're paying for
No.
half the group.
Gotcha.
Wait, was this just across the water?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm swimming. It's free.
Okay. So mark 4 off. You just paid for yourself and Kit.
Alright. I'll pay for Kits and look at Kit and just give him a little. Wait, is Kit a him or her? Sorry. Her? Okay.
Yeah, for now.
Friday's fucking us up already. We're only 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I thought maybe playing a female would get y'all to be like, oh, Yindris is man.
No, it just makes it worse because now we have to remember the female player plays a male on Fridays and a female on Sundays. So there's no consistency to it.
It is what it is.
It's all good.
He sure he goes.
Otis will look at Kit and just be like, I got you. Give him a wink. Give her a wink.
All right. So you guys all start making your way through the horde, which you're familiar with. Go ahead.
Hold on. As we get up near the main building to the horde.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the group and say, I wonder if the Throwman can give us a pass for the marketplace while we're here.
What I've been saying for the past however long, but y'all don't want to listen to the big old Minotaur.
Well, running up, getting the pass to come back down seemed like a whole lot of time we really didn't have. But since we're already up here,
I mean, I might as well ask.
okay. Any objections?
Nope.
We lost Silt for a minute, but I don't think she would object.
Well, then in that case, let's swing by and see if we can make a quick pit stop and get an audience with the Throneman, right?
Okay. So you approach the Throneman's tent, and you can see the 2 guards standing in front as they do. Go ahead with whoever is going to approach however they want to.
Me and Kit's idea, but I think I might have a little bit more sway, so I'll walk up to him.
Okay.
Hi, fellas.
What do you want?
Just the Throneman mentioned if we ever needed help that we could stop in and ask, and we could use some assistance. So I'm here to ask. We're here to ask.
And what kind of assistance? I can relay the message for you.
Well, we were hoping to obtain a gate pass so we can move in and out of the market as needed.
Wait here. I'll see if he's available.
That Kit's out here and she really needs to speak to him.
I'll pass it along. He steps into the tent. Just responding to Katie real quick.
I got it.
So he steps in the tent real quick. He's gone for a couple of minutes. But he returns with the slave girl that you guys had seen previously. And she steps forward, keeps her head down, and goes, "Humblest apologies. The Throneman is indisposed at the moment. He does want to relay that, unfortunately, he cannot assist you with getting a pass. The one he gave you previously was his personal. You have to go through the proper channels and get your own at auction."
All right.
Is there another message you would like me to return to him?
I mean, I think Kit had something, but that's the only item I could think of that we need. Kit?
I would prefer to speak to him alone. Or not have you relay said message to him. But thank you anyway.
Understood, and my humblest apologies. As I said, he's indisposed. I will relay he wishes to speak to you, or you wish to speak to him directly, and we will send word as soon as he is available. And she kind of does like a little curtsy bow and goes back into the tent.
All right. Well, let's keep moving, guys, because I got a date tonight. So.
Always hated that kid.
Wait, you hated the slave girl?
Yeah, she's kind of an asshole.
What? Why?
So just for perspective, Kit, you've only met that slave girl one time. And
I
the
know,
rest of
I'm
you
just-
have known her for the last year. Maybe
I'm
not
making
very
jokes.
well, but you've known her. So
I
I'm
know where
just
you're coming from.
I'm clarifying backstory stuff. That's all. Just so you guys play it out.
All right. Yeah. Like I said, let's keep trudging.
All right. You trudge through. Have you guys passed through this northern section before?
Yes.
Okay.
Like one of our first trips.
It was very quickly, because I think we specifically avoided the Watchers because of Tabby.
Yep.
Okay, no problem. I just real quick recap. The section that Odessa's token on right now is more of like a family living area. And then you move through and these are more like shops and blacksmiths and such. And then down here you'd see like housing for the academy. But you guys get up over towards the compound. Before you cross the bridge leading to the compound, go ahead and make your roll, Taddy, because I know you got sticky fingers.
Through the marketplace for sure.
And I also indulge in said role.
Yeah, if you'd like to roll a sleight of hand to see if you can pick some pockets.
Wait, can any of us just for the fun of it?
Anybody can try to pick pockets as much as they want.
What do we roll for that again?
Sleight of hand.
Okay.
Yo, how did Kit just beat Tabby?
Dude, so did Gallon.
And everything, so.
Sleight of hand.
Start calling him Butterfinger
Okay.
Tabby.
I need all three of you to just roll a straight d20 in the chat box.
Jesus.
Wow. My one nat 20 for the game.
Ew.
Right. Becca, roll a D100 for me.
Oh, which one's that?
It's the
Is that
doubles.
the
It's the double
zero?
zero die.
Okay, cool.
One on the far right.
Okay. So, to make it more cinematic, what happens here is all three of you, unbeknownst to each other, all try to pickpocket all at the same times. And Gallon and Kit, you guys are like, you know Taddy's got the sticky fingers at this point, so you kind of keep an eye on him, and you see him lift something. And, oh, I'm sorry, Taddy, I need you to roll a d4, and Kit, I need you to roll a d8. Beautiful. So, Gallon and Kit, you both watch Taddy lift something off somebody. And you're like, oh, like, without even talking to each other, you're like, we gotta do something to fuck with him. So you guys both go and lift something off as somebody else while you're all walking. And then you, like, get on either side of Taddy as he, like, lifts it out from under his cloak to look and see what he got. You guys see that he got 1 potion of healing. Go ahead and add that to your inventory, Mike.
That's awesome.
And then seeing that and kind of, like, giving him the, yeah, that's not bad look, you guys pull your stuff out. Gallon, you produce a pouch with 24 gold pieces in it. I already put that in your inventory for you. And
Huzzah!
Kit, you pull out what looks very similar to Taddy's, just like 3 times the size, and you get a potion of superior healing. And I'm putting that in your inventory right now. So you guys like see this meager little healing potion in Taddy's hands, and then kind of pull your stuff out, and you're like,
Daddy's eyebrows just raise and look at him like, really?
Who has sticky fingers now, buddy?
I'm just gonna be like, we're learning from you.
Yeah.
I like hold up the pouch and like jingle it.
You got a long way to catch up to what I've brought in. But, you know, it's a good start. Good start.
Can Pearl listen to this conversation, all the shenanigans going on right now?
make a perception check.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, you hear it.
As Galen is like waving her little bag now and like giggling, I just look at her and I'm like, that's it.
And I'm just gonna like kind of shrug my shoulders back at Pearl.
That's it. Just Pearl having a little moment.
Oh,
Like,
and
this is
above the
what we all
table,
have turned into right now. This is all that we have turned into.
above the table, Brad,
Good
I am
talk.
not a bad influence.
Sure.
Above the
Say
table, I'm wondering why there wasn't a conversation about Pam going all League of Extraordinary
Are we
Gentlemen.
Nobody
Just
remember
saying.
it? Can we not?
Clearly.
We're
We can
past
do that later. We got
I
we
know.
don't have time for that right now.
I was just excited for that conversation is all. But anyways, all right, so you guys get there. There's a good 50-foot walkway leading up to the compound, and the compound is pretty daunting. It is the only metal-made structure that exists in the entirety of Haven. Katie, are you back?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. So it is the only metal-made structure in the entirety of the compound. It has large ironclad walls, battlements, and a large towering spire leading up the backside of it. And as you approach, you can see the guards take note of you and kind of call to arms, but not like a full-fledged hey, there's intruders type note, but they definitely notice you, and they definitely come to in preparation of your approach. You guys get up to the gates. It's a
I tell the group, kind of whisper it a little bit. If they flinch wrong, I'm stabbing them. Just making that clear.
Just look back at Teddy. Just chill. Just chill. You want to get paid, right?
Yeah,
Just chill then.
but if these bastards move wrong, man. I put my hand on my dagger.
So you guys walk up to, you're about 20, 30 feet away from the 50-foot high portcullis that leads into the compound. You can see past the metal gate a large sanded training pit where soldiers are currently exercising, working out, training in armed combat, variety of things. One of the guards up on one of the battlements shouts down to you, "Halt there! State your business."
I'll step forward and say, we have a bounty in my most charming kitty cat voice.
Stand fast. The observer will be there shortly.
Observer, huh, Katie?
I was looking at time. How long did that take us to get here? A couple hours?
Yeah, probably like 2-3 hours. It's just a hair after lunch right now.
Okay.
As we're waiting for them to come and get us and get the bounty, I kind of want to kind of look over at Patty and be like, so what does it look like if someone moves wrong? Are we talking like someone just got like a funky walk, or like walking backwards exorcist style? Like are they possessed?
I just kind of look at you like wide-eyed, like, what the fuck wrong with you? Like, they flinch, like they're gonna attack. I'm gonna stab first. Like, if they're crawling backwards or whatever, that's just creepy in itself. Like,
Okay, I'm just gonna nod. And like just like gently put my hand on the dagger.
All right. It's not long, couple minutes before a small-ish dwarven individual comes out of the gate with 2 armed guards. He walks up to you. I'm the observer. Which bounty are you here for?
Tusk. Hook.
He pulls out a tome of sorts, fingers through it. Tusk hook, tusk hook. Ah, yes. Dead or alive, 200 gold. I'm assuming you have proof of death since he's not here alive with you currently.
We do. We have him here dead.
Give it to him, Otis.
Otis?
Otis will pull out bag of holding and just start yanking out
He's here.
Tusk's body.
It's literally like pulling a garbage bag out of a garbage can where you gotta like put your feet on the bag and reach in.
Yep. Plop it on the ground. Just
He plops. The dwarf walks over and like shifts his head over with his foot and goes, Seems everything's in order. He motions for the guards who come to take the body, pulls a small pouch off his waist and tosses it to you, Silt, because you were the one talking. Here is your 200 gold. Any other business with the compound?
No.
Hell
That's
no.
all.
Good day, then. And he turns and returns in.
You're
Alright.
asking for another bounty?
Let's go. Let's go for dinner.
Are you splitting that gold evenly, guys?
Yes.
Because I can just click this button and
Yes,
call
it
it a
is.
day.
Makes it easier for you.
Over my dead body. No, I'm just kidding.
33 each. The 2 left over will get put in the pool for later disbursement. All right. Where to now?
I want to go back to the inn.
Yes.
Okay with that.
Back to the rusty anchor.
Yeah.
Any objections
No.
or sidelines?
While we go back, I'd like to just, I'm always going to keep my eye out just to see if I notice any symbols of Poseidon or anything like that. Or, any, rollable pebbles or anything like that. Yeah, just sort of,
Make a make a perception check as you go. Yes, you can use advantage.
thing. Advantage or guidance?
Guidance. You know what I meant.
I should have just taken the advantage on that one.
I'm still on high alert for ship crew.
Okay. Definitely don't see anything towards Poseidon. You said you were looking for pebbles?
Like pebbles or discarded cutlery, random objects that have fallen out of people's pockets onto the ground.
No. I mean, passing through the Haven Academy area, it's a very hoity-toity neighborhood, so it's very clean. Once you get to the Rusty Anchor, I mean, it's a little more sloppy, but there's nothing of real note or value that you notice.
Might have I don't know, smell of death out front. Like the bodies have been removed.
But you guys make it back to the Rusty Anchor. As you enter, Taddy takes note of... You take note of your wonderful signpost.
Okay. You say something?
What time is it? evening?
Yeah, is there
It is early afternoon.
is there a table open?
Yeah, actually, for the first time since you guys have been here, there is a table in the back corner open.
Okay. Well, why don't you
Be
move me
this
to one of
one,
the makeshift seats?
this
Yeah.
one right here.
Oh, okay.
So
Ooh.
you can move yourselves wherever you want to go. Don't forget you have those 2 rooms for I forgot how long.
Fantasy grounds kick me. You want to move me to one of those seats while I reopen?
Sure.
Uh, one towards the bottom left. I think is the one I was going to use.
That one.
I can't see it. Oh, there we go. To the left. Yeah, right there. Right there.
All right.
I'm setting up my music, playing for money right here.
Okay.
While Kit sets up, I will kind of pat Kit on the shoulder and say good luck and cast guidance on Kit.
So guidance is only good for the first minute.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, Kit, go ahead and make a performance check and roll a d4 additional. And that'll work for the first minute.
4.
Yeah, d4.
Well, boo.
14. Not bad. Start with some slow jam. Kind of do some warm up. And it starts to get people looking your direction at least. Like, okay, this isn't bad for a warm up. Let's keep an eye on it and see how it goes. How long do you intend on playing for, Kit?
Flowers.
Couple hours. Okay. I'll have you roll here at some point. So for now, we'll just say you kind of go into it. What's everybody else up to?
I headed over to the bartender and I'm kind of like looking at Gallon and Odess as they follow me, like, what? But
I'm getting food, homie.
I ignore them and I say to the bartender, hey, is there any rat problems around here by chance? And I slide him a silver piece.
He takes the silver, casually, of course. We haven't really had rat problems, them being land-based animals and whatnot. They typically stay to the ships, though. I did hear... Hold on 1 second, I gotta dig through my notes. I did hear rumors of some type of creature or creatures that have a hankering for little children. It all seemed rumorous, of course, but there's a gnomish woman who lives in the northern boroughs who's convinced her missing son got taken by such creatures.
It's really just looking more for something to eat that's not fish.
Ah, I see. We have bread.
Yeah.
And some various vegetables, but the best thing I found for people who don't care for the taste of fish is to try our ever stew. It's got fish in it, of course, but with everything else that's in it and the light gravy base, it's really hard to taste the fish.
Well, you've sold me, sir. I will try it.
All right, that'll be 3 silver. I'll get a bowl coming right up.
Thank you.
He's back a moment later with the bowl.
I actually have a real life recipe for that ever stew.
I definitely recommend it. Ever stew is amazing.
Pearl's gonna look at him and say, "Can I take some of that too, please?"
Of course, 3 silver for anybody who wants a bowl.
I'm gonna smell mine. Does it smell like fish?
Make a perception check. You get proficiency. Okay. With your heightened feline senses, you can smell that there's fish in it, but it does not smell like fish. It smells like a stew. You know, the gravy base.
Excellent.
So
And I will eat it.
we lost Otis
Yeah,
and
bacon.
Galen.
Yep.
They lost power.
I'm tracking.
Okay.
She said it came back on, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so we just gotta wait for their internet to fire back up. Well, we're not gonna wait, but yeah.
Yeah.
Pearl ordered some food. Drinks are 2 silver a piece. If anybody's gonna get drinks as well, I'm trusting you guys to mark off your own money. So
I'll get a drink, so
Okay.
that lets me with 1 silver.
Yeah.
I'm so poor.
So food and drink run 5 silver per person.
We need money.
For now, I'm going to get just 2 drinks.
Okay.
I'm going to do food when my contact comes. Because apparently I owe him dinner.
Sounds good. Anybody else up to anything while... Or just taking an easy afternoon?
I'd like to chat with Otis when he gets back, but
Okay. Yeah, we'll retcon that. No issues. Pearl, you got anything else?
Pearl's full right now, right? So technically she's good.
Yeah, you just feasted on some thief
Okay.
this morning, so...
Okay. Just making sure.
Okay.
So I'm having regular food with my new buddies.
Okay.
so I turn to Pearl before Otis is, finished with his food, and I say, "So that is a neat trick you got there with the mouth."
Well, I don't do this all the time. I mean, it's not like I'm a vampire or anything. And she's gonna keep eating stew.
I give her a big toothy grin and I say, "I get it. I'm not a vampire either."
There you go. You get it. It's for fun. Kind of.
Kind of.
Well, I don't have to do it all the time. It's not like I need to do it 24/7, but every once in a while it's needed for me to get some blood.
Well, it's a good thing we're usually surrounded by other people then, huh? And I wink at her.
Oh, yes, it is. It will be really, really bad if we didn't.
Keep that in mind.
Oh, they're back. Welcome back.
Thank you. Don't know what happened. It just shut off and immediately came back on.
Because you guys got that arc storm coming in.
Yeah.
The biblical storm of 2024.
Yeah.
Blame the weather. It's crazy.
I mean, that's what I do. But Silt wanted to have a conversation with Odes, if you're stable enough for that.
I mean, I'm not in fantasy grounds just yet, but sure, we can.
Should be fine. We can retcon any rolls if they come up, but go ahead, Katie.
So, Odes. Poseidon, huh?
Yeah, what about him?
I was wondering how it seems like I'm hearing that he's a dead god. And how do you find yourself a cleric of a dead god here? A supposed dead god. I'm sorry.
That is a good question. Give me 2 seconds and I will answer that question.
We're going to retcon while he's pulling that up just a little bit. When you guys cashed in on the bounty, you did level up to level 3. If you want to start doing that in game, don't feel too bad if you can't do it. We will touch it up at the end of the session tonight, but make that work if you guys want to start working on that while you're having your conversations and whatnot. Brad, because I know you got to pull up some stuff. While you guys are having conversation, though, Taddy, make a perception check for me.
Oh shit. Hold on.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I gotta help Becca get loaded back in.
Yep. Six.
Yeah, 6.
Perfect. You're kind of sitting there staring at the 2 mugs in front of you, reminiscing of old days, and you feel 2 arms kind of come over your shoulders and kind of do like an upper pec massage before coming around you. And a female human sits down and goes, "I hope one of those is for me, Taddy."
But of course, man. I slide a mug over.
Such a gentleman, just like I remember. So
We're
how
going
was
back.
your morning?
I got a little coin in the pocket. We cashed in on a bounty. Not too horrible.
Good.
So, what's the word?
The word is good. I have one thing open right now. Everything else is spoken for, unfortunately. But before all that, I have something for you.
Okay.
Well, that last job you did for me, you never got your full payment, so here you go. And she slides a dagger sheath across the table to you. I just put it in your inventory.
Okay.
It's special. It's what we in the biz call a returning item. So any dagger you have attuned to it, once it loses its momentum, will reappear right back in the holster.
Hey. Sounds awesome to me.
So above the table, it only works with one dagger.
Okay.
But any dagger thrown that's attuned to the sheath, and it does use an attunement slot for you as well, once it loses its momentum, will poof and return to the sheath.
Oh yeah. Might come in handy.
But she continues, "That makes us even, and now we can go forward." She looks over. She kind of looks over her shoulders and makes sure nobody's watching or listening, and leans in. Goes, "It's not the best job in the world, and definitely not something to get your toes wet with. It'll require a little bit of work from you and yours, but it's a pretty easy lift job if you do it right. There's a
Pay. That's what you know me. I'm worried about the pay. If there's not good enough pay, I'm not even worth getting up off this table for.
600 gold outright and whatever you can pawn otherwise.
Okay.
Good enough for the details?
That's good enough. What do you need done?
There's a local artificer in the northern boroughs. Her name is Gistra. She's mostly tinkerer, working on projects expanding capabilities of the city, but she's developing a machine that we've grown an interest in, and we'd like you to recover that machine.
How big is the machine?
Not too big. She kind of like holds her hands up, and it's like, you can't see me.
No. Well, hold on. Okay, I'm watching the stream. I can see it now.
Like this big.
Oh, okay. So something I can put in a bag.
It's not too big. It's not anything that you'd need to like haul per se. It could definitely be put into a bag and carried easily enough. The trick on the job is you need to make it look like you weren't going after that machine. So the place needs to be trashed, needs to be looted, it needs to look like any old generic robbery.
Yeah, if they don't come back to an empty house.
It's very
You
much a
know, you
possibility.
know me, Fox. You know me.
Yes, and you know artificers. This one in particular is one of those ones who developed one of their wonderful steel defenders. And being a tinkerer on top of it, I'm sure there's a couple of tricks in her shop, so you need to be careful with it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I definitely want the job. I'll have to talk it over and see if my rest of my crew will go with me. But yeah, I can. How we got a time frame?
No time frame, but after a day or two, I'm going to have to open this job up to everybody else who needs one.
Yeah, of course, of course. Do you
I'll
want
hold it as long as I can for you, but time time is money, so
you want the usual meetup? Mark the poll and come here, or do you want me to take it somewhere else?
help mark the poll. I'll get it from you here.
Okay. All right, sounds good, Vex. Oh yeah. As I raise my hand, is there a waitress walking around?
Yeah, there's the usual halfling waitress is making her round. She notices your hand and comes over.
Yeah. Hey, what do you want to eat, Vex? Said I owe you dinner. What do I owe you? What do you want?
I hear they have great ever stew this week.
All right. Sure. Two ever stews, please.
Of course, dearie. Coming right up.
All right. Those are what, three apiece?
Yep, 3 piece. So.
Okay. Got it.
I'm gonna jump back over to Brad and Katie. Give you some time. If you think of any other questions related to the job, great. Otherwise, we'll just retcon and say you guys have casual catch-up conversation. Brad, you good to continue?
Yeah.
We're good.
Okay. Brad and Katie, go ahead. Katie, what was that last question you asked?
I asked how he found himself a cleric of a supposedly dead god here in Haven.
Otis will respond with he doesn't believe Poseidon to be a dead god because Poseidon helped him once when he was in need of help.
Are you from Haven?
As far as I know, yes.
So
the same.
okay, so he helped you here. He is active here.
No, he didn't help me here. I don't remember much. Let's put it that way. I don't remember much before Haven. Just that Poseidon helped me when I really needed it.
You know it was him?
He's who I called out to. That's who I'm guessing answered.
Fascinating. Why did you call out to him?
And why are you so curious on Poseidon now?
I feel I was hasty and rude to you earlier.
Well, yeah, you definitely gave the impression you're not a big fan of Poseidon, but I mean, it's pretty obvious that most people around here are not.
I'm neutral. I'm very neutral, but I am interested in you.
Interested in me, why?
Because we're working together. We're spending time together.
Well, yeah, you did kind of get us caught for a year.
You took the job knowing the consequences.
Yeah, also didn't think my brain was gonna get wiped for a year.
And neither did I.
But yeah, I'm a little confused myself as to why people say that Poseidon is a dead god, but I don't have an answer for that.
Do you think it's a conspiracy?
What do you mean conspiracy?
Do you think they're covering something up?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I have worshipped Poseidon. I know he's not. Excuse me one second. Sorry, the dog is deciding to be sassy right now. Anyway, back to this moment. I'm sorry. What was your question again?
What was my question?
Do you think it to be a conspiracy? Gal just kind of like pops in.
Thank you.
Can everybody else hear the
I'm
conversation?
listening raptly.
Pearl, you and Gallon are standing right there, so you guys can hear everything.
I'm not trying to be sneaky or anything.
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
look
chatting
at
with my
Otis
pals.
really like angrily at the moment. Pearl's just gonna get up her little stool. She's gonna rip off her amulet and she's gonna throw it on the floor and she's gonna look at Otis and say, Poseidon should be dead. He should be a dead man. And Pearl walks away.
Speechless for a second.
Yeah.
Well, should I pick that up?
Move your token wherever you want to go, Pam.
Yeah.
Is that sacrilege to have holy items on the floor?
Otis is definitely going to pick it up and kind of use his, I guess, some kind of cloth that he has of some sort to clean it. And he will tuck it into his little pouch on his belt for the time being.
Okay.
I'm gonna reach over Gallon and pat him on the arm comfortingly. And then follow Pearl.
And going to look at Odess. And I'm like, so you know magic, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out this wand we just got. I'm like, what can you tell me about this? And I like put it on the bar in front of us. Can you detect magic? What can you tell me?
See here. Well, hold on. Because you kind of caught me at a little awkward of a moment. I'm going to say yes because I believe I do have that spell as a cleric. Above table, I'm going to say yes. I know there's a detect magic.
But do you have it prepared currently is the question.
I'm prepared. Still in the middle of trying to do the level 3 stuff. So, with that being said, let me double check one thing real quick before I go back into character. Unless, Jacob, do you know off the top of your head, is that a level 1 spell?
I believe it is.
Let me just make sure.
Detect magic is a level 1 spell.
Okay. So, okay. Back in character, he will look at Gallon and say, yes, I can detect magic, we would need some time. I wouldn't be able to do anything I would need some rest. It's been a long day before I could do anything else.
Oh, okay. And I just kind of like drag the wand and like put it back in my bag.
he'll look at Galen and just be like, you know what? Let's come find me in the morning, and we'll see what we can do.
Calvin like sits up and like gets back to kind of like kicking her feet at the bar stool.
I'm going to summon the barkeep and ask for some food and ale, and I will ask if Galen would like some food or ale.
Yeah, let's drink together, friend.
Okie doke. That's what, 2 and 3, right?
Yeah, drinks are 2, food is 3.
I hear the ever stew is awesome, so I will be getting that with a nice big chunk of bread. Please.
Okay.
Silt, you come over to Pearl, who finds herself sitting at a table with 2 orcs who have been playing Have You Ever drinking game. And she just kind of like joined herself onto that game. Or Never Have I Ever drinking game. That's what it was. So as you sit down, Pearl goes, never have I ever had relations with anything that has more than 4 legs. And you see one of the orcs takes a drink. Oh, we lost Katie again.
This damn weather this Sunday.
It's hellacious over here.
It's pretty bad right now.
All right. Mike, did you have anything else up in your conversation pertinent to the job or anything?
No, just some bullshitting, maybe some catching up. You know.
Okay.
So and so still around? No. Okay. You know, that kind of stuff.
A lot of people you once knew or worked with got caught or killed. A lot of them are still in the life, so to speak. All right. Odess and Galen, did you guys have any conversations for each other?
No.
I think we're just
I'm just
eating, drinking, and cheering each other up.
Yep.
At least Galen's trying to cheer Odessa up after that Poseidon conversation.
You
Okay.
guys
And
are cute.
amulet get thrown on the ground.
No, I'm good with that. That's exactly where I was gonna go with it.
Okay.
Can Pearl talk to Silt for a little bit?
She can, but Silt's not here, so
God damn it.
we can retcon it.
Oops. Okay.
Anybody have anything else while we...
I'm just saying I was really looking forward to that Never Have I Ever game.
Can I hear her saying that in the bar?
Oh, no,
Can I,
sorry.
bring her here, if I hear she's like her
That was
saying that.
sorry.
out
That
loud,
was me above. That was me above table. I was just looking
okay.
forward to it.
Okay.
No, that was my bad. Sorry.
Okay, so then can Pearl just kind of break dice and be like, guys, you guys want to join us? We're playing a little game over here. You can tell that Pearl is kind of like a little tipsy right now.
Well,
So she's
what
just kind of
happened?
like,
Oh, Silt's back. Go ahead and do the Silt part.
yay! Okay, so Pearl was saying, like, if I can talk to Silt. Like,
Yes.
hi! This is fun.
Just in like the
Pearl?
2 minutes she was gone, she got shit-faced with the orcs. Did you hear what she's doing with the orcs, Katie, before you fell out?
No.
Okay.
No, I
They're playing the drinking game of Never Have I Ever. And as you walked up, Pearl goes, never, drunkenly, never have I ever had sexual relations with anything more than 4 legs. And one of the orcs takes a big swig to that. And that's when you walk up. And you can
Wait,
tell
so-
in the 2 minutes she's gotten fairly tipsy just from sitting there.
In real life, what are the rules to this game? Because I don't No.
So never have I ever is you say something that you've never done, and anyone else playing the game, if they've done it, they have to take a drink.
I see. So the orc at the table did.
Yes, so that one
Got it.
orc has had relations with something with more than 4 legs.
Hey, we're not
Thank
here to
you.
shame.
No shame.
But
All right. So she's
based
already
on Pam's
shit-faced.
intoxication level, she's not shit-faced, she's just drunk-ish.
Okay.
I'm
But
just a little drunk, a little tipsy after the situation that happened with like Poseidon. She's just kind of like she wants to kind of just drink it off.
and
So she's gonna look at you, Zelda, and be like, "Have you have you like?" And she kind of can't put it together. Slept with something more than 5 legs?
that same orc
So,
takes another drink.
oh, you could chew, you kinky. No.
I like legs, what can I
Has
say?
anybody drank anything other more than normal beverages?
Wow. Okay.
Both of the orcs
just
kind of
have the-
give each other like confused looks, like, fuck's up with this bitch.
I just look at him like, "Ugh."
And I'm gonna look at everybody in the table and I'm like, come on. You can't tell me that nobody has ever had a little taste of blood.
Oh, I love blood.
There
Especially
you
when
go.
it's from
I'm gonna
winged
high five
creatures.
her and miss
I miss-
completely.
I miss bird.
There you go. Well, she high five, she totally misses, by the way. Like, she's just like, eh.
I hope better not have, like, slapped me instead.
Make a dexterity check at disadvantage, Pam.
This is fun.
Yeah, nothing like role-playing drunk.
9.
You don't slap her, but you like go for a high five and don't wait for her to get her hand up and end up like high fiving her on the shoulder. But it's definitely not a slap.
Okay, I'm gonna look at her. The ears are gonna go down a little bit. I wasn't very happy about that, but I'll let it pass. Seeing as to
Pearl's
her
gonna look
condition.
at us so like she's waiting for her to do something.
Like the deer in the
In
headlights.
her
Oh
drunk
shit.
mind, like, oh my god, I hit the cat. She's gonna bite me. In her mind, that's what she's thinking.
That's actually a pretty good reaction to have. There's always a chance.
And then she's gonna be
gosh.
like, that's it.
Make a Constitution saving throw, Pam.
Oh, I love it. He's been good.
Okay.
Still upright.
Yep, she's still upright.
Out of character, the only reason why she's actually having this type of conversations and mentioning these things with Silt is because she's the only one that actually asked her, like, about the blood situation. So she kind of feels comfortable in talking about it in front of her. Like, she's
That's
tipsy,
right.
but she knows who she can joke around about it because she knows that she knows. Like, we already had a conversation about it. Okay.
That's right. Building trust.
Exactly.
Kit, go ahead with a performance check. Fair amount of time has passed here. We'll see how you're doing. While she's rolling that, Silt, if you wanted to ask her, Pearl, anything, go ahead. Now that Pearl's elaborated on herself.
She's in a fairly better mood right now. Looks like.
It seems to me like she's in a cut loose mood.
Yeah.
Stop worrying about stuff mood.
So I'm not gonna bring up anything about Poseidon.
Okay.
We'll let her have her time. I guess I'll motion for the waitress to bring me my milk, so I don't feel left out.
Okay. Yeah, she brings it over. 2 silver. All right.
I'll put a little rum in it.
Where do you get the rum from?
I still have my 2 bottles of rum from
That's right.
sleeping.
I forgot about that. Okay.
Yep.
Good inventory management. All right. What are you serenading us with, Kit?
Oh, let me pull out my repertoire. I don't have any actual songs off the top of my head that I could belt out for you right now, but we're gonna just go with. She is going to be singing "Holy Fuck" by Demi Lovato.
Okay.
There you go.
Go ahead and roll a d4. Two. Okay. Go ahead and add 16 gold to your inventory. So over the course of an hour or two, while everyone else was having their conversations and you were playing, the amount of silver and gold that was tossed into the little hat or bucket that you have with you, the tip jar, so to speak, that's what you accumulate.
Did you guys lose power again?
No, Brad's message came in really late.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, sorry, my phone's a little special ed.
It's okay.
That last one is definitely how I envision Silt. I'm just saying.
Yes. I got ready one day. I was bored at work. And I was like, I need to find
some good memes for the group.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else anybody is up to? Mike, after you guys eat your ever stew, she excuses herself and says goodbye with a hug. And she takes off.
Okay.
She's not like hurried to get out there, but she definitely leaves once everything's done.
So are we like wrapping up? Like, what time is it? Above table.
It's a couple hours has passed. You're probably like dinner time, a little after that right now, early evening. So the dinner crowd is not coming in, but not full force either. It's like on the tail end of the dinner crowd.
Okay. I would like to, because we're kind of wrapping up, and obviously I've been drinking quite a bit of ale at this point. And I doubt above table, do we think we're going to be doing anything else, or are we all going to get some rest after this?
I mean, we're gonna have to rest for the day, but
Okay, then I'm going to kind of like start wrapping up my meal. I'm going to go to bed early. But as I'm like wrapping up, I kind of look at Odessa and I was like, as a sea elf, we're familiar with Poseidon, but like my particular school, my colony, we didn't really worship any deity, much less Poseidon, and I hope he's alive. I hope he's alive for you, and maybe things would have been different for me if he had been, if he was involved in our lives. As I kind of like give him a pat on the back and I say goodnight and I walk off towards the room.
Otis will raise his ale and motion goodnight.
On my way over, I kind of like slap her on the back and like give a 2-finger wave to Silt and Tatty.
And I do one of these, like, she's okay. I got her.
Gotcha.
All right.
I'll give you that wink.
Anybody else got anything for the evening?
Is there any access to like the water that's nearby?
It's a little bit of a walk. You can get to the edge in maybe 15 minutes.
I would like to, well, everybody's still sitting at the table, right?
Yeah, it looks like Pearl and Silt are still playing drinking games with the orcs. They've moved on from Never Have I Ever to, let's say, quarters or whatever it's called, where you like drop the quarter off the tip of your nose and it has to bounce into a cup. They're just playing random drinking games.
I'm
Kit.
not.
Okay, well, Pearl is. um, Kit, are you performing into the evening?
Yeah, I'll continue doing that until she decides she needs to go to bed.
And what's Taddy doing after Vex leaves? You're muted.
I'm probably going to just take a rest.
Okay.
Pearl's gonna eventually get up and just say, "Well, good night, everybody. It's time for me to go."
All right. So
She's gonna look at Sildo and say, "Thank you. You know for what. Thank you."
Give her a thumbs up.
And she's
See
gonna
you
go
in the
to bed.
morning.
So Odessa, as Galen went to bed, you would have been able to see Kit performing, Taddy kind of finishing his drink and then making his way to the room, and Pearl and Silt still sitting there.
Right. I will go up and give Kit like a knuckle touch kind of thing.
Okay.
And in doing so, we'll give Kit guidance.
Okay. So Kit, go ahead with another performance check and add a D4 to that. Beautiful.
The
Oh,
concert of
yeah.
a lifetime.
And y'all got drunk and went to bed early.
A lot of them did. Go ahead and roll a D6 for me.
I love that I'm getting high rolls and she's playing a really sad song.
Hey, sometimes it be like that, homie.
Through the end of the evening, from now until whenever you decide to quit playing, you'll make another 50 gold.
Yeah.
Noise.
What else what else you up to, Odessa?
So after the knuckle touch, he'll tell Kit, "Hey, I'm gonna go for a walk," and he'll go out and walk over to the water's, take that 15-minute walk over to the water's edge.
Do I see him go out?
Yeah, you wouldn't have any issue with that.
Okay, I'm gonna, with the orcs at the table, I'm gonna say, "Gentlemen, it has been a fine time this evening. If you ever need anything, you can ask after me, perhaps here. The name is Silt." I'm gonna get up and follow him at a distance. And once I get outside, if there's nobody around, I suddenly become a little old lady that tries to sell people shitty amulet necklaces that don't do anything.
Okay. It's definitely just post evening time, so make a stealth check and see if you can like find a moment that would be opportune to change.
I don't know why it. Wait. Yeah, disadvantage.
Yeah, because of your armor. Brain freeze. Hold on a second. You said you're following behind Odess?
Yeah.
How far?
Far enough that I can still see him, but not any closer.
And Odess, you're pretty tall, right?
Yeah, I think I was like 6'5". Hold on, I can tell you.
Yep,
for sure.
6'5". Okay. You definitely don't shift undiscovered, but you do shift undiscovered by Odess. So, like, you pop into an alley real quick, and as you reemerge as this old gnomish lady who conveniently tried to sell useless necklaces and stuff, you get a lot of really weird looks by passerbys, like, I totally just saw what you did.
I just drug at him and, do the little. We're in this together thing. Just walk off.
Okay. And you're following Odess. All right, so Odess, you get to the water's edge. While you're there, Silt, what are you doing?
I'm just watching him,
Okay.
and if he stopped, I'll get closer so I can hear if there's anything to hear. I'll be in that range.
Okay. Go ahead, Brad.
Alright, so at the water's edge, is there like a walkway that goes down to the water, like if they were like walking down to go unload boats or unload like a small like little skiff or anything like that? You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah. There's little like docking points where the ferry skids dock
Like
at.
enough for him to like kind of like walk into the water a little bit.
Yeah, because Haven itself is probably like a good 15 feet up above the water level to account for tides, keep the houses from getting soaked. But there's definitely there's little walkways all around the edge that lead down to the water level, and that's where like the little shuttle boats dock.
Gotcha. Okay. So Otis will walk down the walkway down to the water, and just at the water's edge, he will, I think it's called doffing, basically take off his armor.
Yeah, doff your armor.
Yeah, doff the armor.
Okay.
And he's gonna set it just right next to like where he's standing, so it's not gonna be more than maybe a couple feet from him at any point in time.
Okay.
Okay. And he'll set down, like, basically he'll set down all his stuff, be like in his like kind of like I don't even think I have them really. I think he just has tattered clothing. I'm gonna look real quick. Oh no, I have my vestments. So I'll be like in my vestments kind of thing.
Okay.
And he'll walk down to the water's edge with the emblem of Poseidon or the amulet that Pearl threw out, and he will begin to say a prayer to Poseidon along the lines of, well, actually, let me try to roleplay this a little bit.
Okay.
See how this works.
Do it.
Great Poseidon, please forgive the transgressions to your holy symbol that has happened today. I don't know why everybody says that you're dead. I know you're not dead. I just can feel it. I wish there was some kind of sign that I could give them that would prove this, but again, I am at the mercy of your power and your call. I just ask that you give me the ability to, what's the word I'm looking for? Consecrate this holy emblem or holy amulet again, and forgive Pearl for the transgressions against you. Yeah, and he'll kind of, that'll be my role play for that a little bit. Obviously, I'm not too great at it, but
Roll a D100.
Loved it.
That was really good role play, by the way.
It was raw.
Okay. You say the prayer and, kind of wait a moment. You don't notice any changes or anything.
Yeah. So he's about like waist deep in the water right now. He'll kind of dunk it in the water, and then he'll just kind of stand there for a few moments. Well, a few minutes, just reciting a prayer quietly. Um, you know, he'll continue to kind of dunk the amulet in the water and kind of brush it off and kind of make sure it's clean and try to get it back to its shine.
Okay.
He'll look it over, see if he notices any chips or anything like that, any tatters or anything that should be fixed.
Making it a perception check. And Silt, you make a perception check as well, please.
Just based on the situation, are you allowing guidance on this one?
I would say no, because your attention is towards prayer. Silt, you definitely hear all of this.
Okay. Cool.
And see it. As you look upon the amulet closer, because you'd seen it before. You've seen Pearl wear it for the last year. But now you're getting a closer look at it. Even with a 7, you can tell that this amulet has been worn for quite some time. It's seen some wear and tear. But you don't notice anything particular or special about it.
Okay. So yeah, he'll finish up his prayers, and then he'll just kind of on that thing, and then he'll just kind of sit there quietly at the water's edge, kind of like sit down on the steps for a few minutes, and he'll just sit there for a little bit, kind of thing. I'd say probably about 45 minutes. He'll sit there, and then he'll gather up his items and start heading back.
Okay. You still following as he heads back, Silt, or are you gonna leave before that, or stick around? What are you doing?
I'll probably leave before he does after he sits and chills. If he's not doing anything for 10 minutes, I will leave.
Okay.
And say to the Grand Tempest, oh, does your god make you do stuff like that? Well, not you, followers.
You hear the voice in your head that you've become quite accustomed to as well. I am my own god, for starters, but you're the only person that I talk to.
Do you need anything like that from me?
I'm just happy to not be at the bottom of the ocean anymore, and any adventure we decide to go on is more than enough for me, child.
Excellent. I'm with you there. Make my way back, and if I can find a place to switch back into me,
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah, no issues on the way back. You're able to revert to your normal self.
Very good.
And make it back.
Ooh, can I add one more thing for her?
Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick. And I don't know if she would she have noticed anything physically about me? I don't know if she was supposed to know during that time.
Yeah, she rolled a pretty good perception, and she wasn't too far off from you, so she would have noticed that the surgical scar is carried onto the main portion of your body.
Okay. That's what I was
Which
getting at.
I believe she had noticed previously. The ones on your arms. Pearl had noticed them. Okay. So yeah, so you would have noticed when Odess took off his armor and changed into his vestments prior to prayer. He has you can tell they're not battle scars because they are symmetrical to his body, but a basically full body series of scarring. Trying to think of the best description. Like a combination of Wolverine and Master Chief scarring, if that makes sense. Like post-operation scarring, but it's full body.
All right.
You two got anything else for all that?
I'm just gonna write in my journal before I go to sleep.
Okay. Not a problem. Well, Silt, you get back and sit back down with Pearl for a couple minutes, who's still playing the drinking game at that point. About 5 minutes later, Odessa comes back in. And not long after that, Silt and Pearl both decide to retire for the evening.
Sorry.
Odessa, what are you doing once you get back?
Once I get back, I'm going to retire for the evening, but one of the things I'm going to make sure that I do is kind of like hang out my vestments, make sure that they dry up kind of thing.
Okay.
Make sure the amulet's tucked away, and then, yeah, I think that's about what I'm going to do for the evening.
Sounds good. When you enter the room to start doing that, Teddy's laying in his bed. It's up to him if he's asleep or not at this point.
Yeah, I'll be asleep.
Okay. So you're just quiet as you do what you do. And then I would assume not long after that, Kit, you're going to retire, or you got other things you want to do this evening?
Oh, I am going to retire.
Okay. Well, that sounds like it'll wind up the night. You all are going to get a full long rest. And you'll wake up the next morning nice and refreshed. You can already hear the breakfast crowd coming and going. The rooms aren't exactly noise-proof.
Shit. Sorry. That die didn't roll in the box, but I got a 1.
Well, if it didn't go in the box, it doesn't count.
Oh man. That's so sad.
Yeah, if anybody has any morning rolls they have to do, go ahead and do them now.
Since I went to bed so early, I am up and at 'em, rearing to go. I go to the bar and I'm like, "What do you got for breakfast?"
Fish.
Perfect. I'll have the fish and some bread. And what do you have to drink?
Same thing we always do. Water, milk, and alcohol.
Take milk, please.
Okay. Same costs. 3 and 5, 3 for food, 2 for drink. Or 3 and 2, sorry.
We said that was silver?
Yes, silver. So 5 silver total for food and drink. Silt, you need to re-roll that d20. Because you were under half health when you went to sleep, so it'd be at disadvantage. Okay.
I only had 2 gone from my.
Did you? I might have been looking at the wrong person.
I won't argue though if I can roll a 1 one of these days. It'd be pretty swell.
No worries. It'll happen eventually, I'm sure. Alright. So nothing happens there. What was the D4 for? Remind me.
I don't know. Oh, the 6 was for an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and you did get the stuff last session to make like a portable water source.
Yeah, I haven't waxed the bag yet though.
Nope, it'll take a little bit of work to get it functional.
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my bucket that I still have and soak them and work on waxing my bag while I'm soaking my whip.
Alright, sounds good. I put your new spell underneath your Grand Tempest effects there for you.
Okay. I can't level up, so I haven't done any of that yet.
That's not a problem. We can do that at the end of tonight's session. I'll stay here for a while and do that with everybody. So, all right. So, Gallon, you ordered some breakfast, food, and drink. What's everybody else up to this morning?
Drinks.
Pearl wants a little hair of the dog.
Something like that. Yes, please.
All right. Make sure you tick off your morning stuff, Pam.
Okay.
Oh, no, you won't.
Can I pay with gold?
Well, hold on. Yeah, no, you would add a day to your counter. Because it was yesterday
I only
morning.
have 1 silver left.
Yeah, so 1 gold is worth 10 silver. So if you're out of silver, you can just take 1 off your gold and add 10 silver.
Okay, beautiful.
And I'll mark your day for you there.
Please, thank you. So that'll be 7, because it's 3 for like a meat drink. 3 silvers?
It's 2 for a drink, 3 for food.
Okay, so 2. Got it. Okay, I just did it. Thank you.
Do we still have the crossbows, Otis?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Can I get one from you?
Sure.
I think I'd like to. I'm proficient with.
I'll transfer it from your inventory, Odess.
Okay.
It'd be quicker and easier.
Do I still owe you for the food and drink?
Hey, Odess, when you transfer items off the party sheet, you need to adjust how many of them you transfer.
Oh, shoot. Did I not do that? Oh, my bad.
No, you didn't. But that's... Oh, yeah, you did. That was your personal one I was looking at.
I was like, wait, I thought I did.
Sorry. Nope, you were good. All right, I got that transferred for you. You did. I was looking at your personal crossbow down at the very bottom, not the one in your bag.
Gotcha.
And then we got to delete that body. There we go.
I need to make a pit stop by place for arrows.
Fletcher?
Yeah, Fletcher, there it is.
Yeah, you would have seen a couple of them up in the Northern Boroughs area.
Yeah.
Anybody else got anything this morning?
I mean, as Pearl and I are sitting there at the bar, I kind of do a very soft chipper. Morning, Pearl.
I'm gonna assume at some point I made it out to the park.
And before Taddy gets there, I wanted to tell Pearl, I said, hey, I saw the fangs. Cool bites, by the way. And I just wanted to tell you, I've kind of pieced together, but it doesn't matter to me. You're dope as shit. I like the vibe.
No. I am not a vampire.
And then I kind of thought, I say, okay, it doesn't matter to me. I think it's cool. I think you're cool. And I respect the hell out of you.
Thank you. I appreciate the no judgment. Thank you so much.
And then Taddy can come over. And it's good.
Okay. Just as that's finishing up, Taddy walks up.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm just walking up to do the breakfast thing. That's all. I'm not laying in bed having breakfast.
Okay. All right, well...
That is the greatest thing of all time.
Yeah, well, I have the sneaking suspicion that's probably not an option, so...
Yeah, they definitely don't serve breakfast in bed here.
Yeah.
Sil, Odess, do you guys get up as well or sleeping in?
Well, after I'm just sitting here for my hour.
No, I will,
You rolled a 4, didn't you? So it'd be 4 hours.
I thought it was 15 minutes each.
Let me double check.
that's fine, put the dog.
15.
Oh, yeah, 15 minutes per gallon. So you have to sit for an hour. Yep.
Ooh, you know what? I got something when you're done.
Go ahead.
Let me see here. Gallon is eating breakfast, right?
Yep.
What the hell was that? Sorry.
The wind.
Yeah, no shit.
We're about to get.
Sorry, it sounds like we're in the middle of a fucking hurricane right now. Hearing all kinds of weird ass shit going on. Anyways, I'm going to go over and sit down next to Gallon and ask if, well, as I order some food and drink, ask if Gallon would still like me to take a look at the wand.
Absolutely, and I like quickly whip it out of my bag and like put it like bang it on the table.
Let me make sure that I can use that. Yes, I can. Okay, so I will go ahead and cast Detect Magic.
Hold on 1 second. Gallon, I need you to make a roll for me.
Okay.
It is going to be... Hold on. I gotta look it up here. I think wisdom... Yep, a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Wisdom.
So your main tab,
Yeah, there it
and then
is.
on the
I got it.
right-hand side.
Oh.
Okay. So you, like, excitedly grab the wand out of wherever you were keeping it and slam it down. And as you slam it down, a giant red spark shoots at the tip of it. And where are you at? Right there. Impacts the wall right between the shelves. Right here. And the bartender kind of like, the fuck? And looks at that and looks at you and goes, what the fuck?
I just kind of like, and then like just like throw 2 gold pieces at him. For repairs.
He-
2 gold coins.
He like cautiously picks up the 2 gold and how about we do that kind of stuff outside next time, please?
I'll keep that in mind. And then I kind of like sheepishly look around at the group.
Right. And Odess, what were you gonna do?
I was gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay. It is definitely magical. It's...
Did you want me to drop that effect on me or no?
No, that's alright. I believe you can do Detect Magic as a ritual. If I remember.
Mostly I just want to see if like there's anything that needs to be known about it, anything wonky.
Yes, I can do it as a ritual.
Yep, Detect Magic is a ritual. Let's see, you detect magic, you can see a faint aura around any visible creatures or objects that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic. So it is definitely magical. It produces an aura, and it is divination school based. And make a perception check as well.
Who, both of us?
Nope, just him.
Okay.
Is guidance allowed in this one?
No.
Of course.
It actually, detect magic works for 10 minutes. Okay. I'm going to text you, Brad.
Okay. You said that was divination, right?
Yes, the wand is divination based.
I will pass that information along to. Well, actually, I'll look at Gallon and say, I don't know what the wand is. I know that it's magic and it's from the School of Divination. But that's about all I can tell you.
You would know. You would know that you would need an identification spell to learn exactly what it does. Brad, you would know that.
Oh, yes, I will pass that information along to. Sorry, I was reading. I will pass that information along to Gallon.
I don't think anything else. Each party member, because detect magic lasts for 10 minutes. Each party member that you can see has some various random items on them. Mostly equipment enchantment based. And I sent you pertinent notes on all of that.
Yep, I got it.
Okay.
If you're waiting for anything else from me, that's all I got. Just
Okay.
gonna
Not a
eat my
problem.
food.
It's morning time. I don't know what you guys are doing other than Taddy said he needs to go to a Fletcher at some point. So,
Well, I was patiently waiting for it to group together and have breakfast and then start chatting with everybody, but Silt hasn't quite arrived yet.
I kind of look at Patty and I say, if we need to go to Fletcher's, I also have a crossbow. I would also like to go there as well.
Yeah, at this point, so I was waiting for Silt so we can make this as a group decision, but the fact is I vaguely remember on the job board there was something in regards to a son going missing in the northern boroughs.
A son went missing near a fortnight ago. Need help finding him. Small gnome male answers to Quadri. Seek Athenlia in the northern boroughs if you can help.
Yeah, and it just so happens that my friend who visited last night has given me a job in the northern boroughs. I thought maybe we could knock out two birds with one stone up in the northern boroughs. Maybe knock out the job that I need to do, plus get that job done, and we can make more money than we've been making. I'm hoping.
Does Otis hear this?
yeah, you're sitting right next to Taddy.
Everyone.
I'm talking to the whole group.
They're literally talking to each other through you right now. So,
Yeah.
Nice. I'll look at Patty and just say, so we can make more money, or you can make more money.
Well, I mean, if you guys want to help me with my job, yeah, I'll catch you in, of course. But the job for finding the kid or whatever is for everybody, period.
Okay.
So I'm setting us on a path to do that job for sure, and anybody who wants to tag along in the meantime to my job, I'll cut you in on what I got going on too.
What's this job that you're not going on?
Been asked to retrieve a misplaced item.
We can't go around losing items.
Of course not.
That's who are we retrieving this for?
It's an open job.
before you get into the details, between eating breakfast and the time it would take to ritual cast detect magic and such, an hour has passed at this point, Silt.
Excellent. I'm going to saunter out and perch on the stool. Yes, right there.
Just giving you guys a heads up, do not be surprised if we just cut out again.
Okay.
Well, Silt, morning. Welcome
Good
to the
morning.
Welcome to the group chat. Had some breakfast. I'll fill you in. We were just discussing our next plan of action. I was suggesting that there was a job for a missing kid in the northern boroughs?
Ah, yes. The creatures that eat children. Yes, yes.
Creatures that eat children. Is that right?
I was talking to
Yeah.
yes, the barman yesterday
Oh,
about
well, that
this.
must have
Yeah.
been while I was with my contact then. Well, it just so happens that my contact was giving me a job to retrieve a misplaced item up in the northern boroughs. So I thought maybe we could go up and investigate this missing child and maybe knock out my job in the meantime. And if anybody wants to help me, I'll be glad to cut you in on my pay for that job. So we can, kill two jobs with one shot and make some coin in our pockets. And me and Gallon need to make a stop at a Fletcher, which, if I remember correctly, there should be one on the way to the northern boroughs. So it all kind of fits together if you're interested.
Sounds fabulous.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Uh, Kit, you up for all this? You've been kind of quiet this morning.
Sounds fine with me, I guess.
Pearl?
Yeah, sounds good to me. Let's go.
Okay. So where are you guys going to first?
I'm assuming the Fletchers is on the way.
Mm-hmm.
I want to look around for rats and mice and birds and stuff because I'm hungry. I'm not eating that shitty fish.
Okay. Make a perception check as you go.
We've been stuck with that shitty fish for the majority of our life. I mean,
Maybe you have.
It's you don't really see anything in terms of like rodents and such. You do see a few bird types as you go along. Nothing that you are able to get, unfortunately.
Well, okay.
Can I try and shoot one down with an arrow?
Well, Silt was the one looking, not you. So, and she doesn't see a good opportunity to get any of them. They're like way up on top of the buildings. None of them have come down to the streets or anything.
I'm
Gonna
gonna
mutter under my
go
breath.
dark for a minute.
Filthy birds. Goddamn stupid
All right.
birds.
But you guys make your way into the Fletchery. There's a couple of ranged weapons in there. Longbows, short bows, crossbows of the like. And a large variety of ammunition for the ranged weaponry. What are you guys in the market for?
So I have a short bow. I would like to.
I thought you got a crossbow.
I did from him, but I'm using a short bow that I want to remove from my inventory.
Okay. So you're trying to sell that?
Yeah, along with two quivers worth of arrows, I think, because I got 20 of them.
I think they come in 20.
Okay, then it's just 8
Yeah,
quivers.
so just a quiver. You want to sell the quiver as well, or just the arrows?
Yeah, no, the quiver too, because I need bolts and
It's a little different, yeah.
yeah, I need to get what I need for the.
All right. He'll take all of it off your hands and give you 17 gold in return.
Okay.
And then the cost of standard crossbow bolts with a case run you 2. So you'd come out 15 gold ahead, everything said and done.
It'd be two gold for all that.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I buy the same?
Sure can. Give me just a second. Let me get Taddy's inventory.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Yeah,
I got mine. Don't worry about me.
Well, you take the stuff off, I'll put the stuff on.
Okay.
And then you do your currency as well. Galen, you are not proficient with crossbows. Are you sure you want to sell your longbow?
No.
Okay.
Darn. I
Yeah.
can't even just use it for funsies?
You can use it for funsies, but you're not proficient with it, so you don't get to add your proficiency bonus to attacks or damage.
Okay.
So it'd be a little rough.
Okay.
All right. So nothing for you, Galen?
No.
Okay. Anybody else need anything while you're here?
Who's manning the shop?
Manning the shop is a male halfling whose name is Drip.
Like it. I'm gonna lean across the counter, smile at Drip, and say, friend, where do you get your feathers?
They mostly come from the ships as they sail. It's much easier to take out the winged creatures on the sea.
And my smile immediately turns into a scowl, and I stomp out of the building.
Okay.
You feathers.
Let's see. We'll put the fletchery right there. Sorry, updating the map as we go. So now the fletchery is visible to you guys. Alright, anybody else got anything else in here?
Some feathers. I'm in need of feathers.
I don't sell feathers directly. They come to me. I turn them
Right.
into my materials.
You're lame.
You might be able to find some in the marketplace, though.
Do you have a market pass I could have?
No. You gotta get one of those at auction just like everybody else.
About that?
What was that last bit?
Are you sure about that? I say very seductively.
Make a persuasion check. He kind of leans in over for a second, like, He goes, I'm absolutely positive. Will there be anything else today?
Oh.
All right.
You have the means of getting to the market?
I've got a purchaser's pass. It allows me just into the entryway to collect what I'm entitled to, and then that's it. I can't pass through the market.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
It's like a vendor's pass is the best
Gotcha,
way.
yeah.
Above table, that's the way to describe it. So it lets him in to get the resources for his shop, but he's not allowed to like go and wander.
Yeah, gotcha, okay. Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily worth it yet anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it too much.
My skills will be useful enough.
All right.
Alright, well, let's head to the northern boroughs and get this figured out.
Yep. It's
Unless anybody's got anything else they want to stop and look into.
Looking for more creatures.
okay. As you guys leave the shop, which you guys are right there, indicated by Silt, as you stormed out of the shop, Silt, you definitely see some pigeon-like birds, 3 of them, perched on a ledge on the building just next door. What do you want to do?
Let's go hunting.
Okay, how do you want to go about it?
Good question.
So I see Silt eyeballing those birds.
You guys are still in the shop at this point. This is, I'm
Oh,
talking
okay,
about
okay.
when she stormed out.
Gotcha, okay.
I guess I should try to shoot him. I'm not very stealthy right now.
With your crossbow?
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna take off my armor and cat after those birds.
So it takes 10 minutes to take off your
Oh,
armor.
I guess. Okay, then they're probably not time to do that. I'll shoot them
Okay.
with my crossbow.
So you pull out your crossbow.
Launching into the air.
Go ahead and drop that +4 for your crossbow shot. Just put it right in the chat box.
Ugh.
All right. You fired the first shot. And there is now a bird stuck on a crossbow bolt about 10 feet off the ground on a ledge. And the other two birds that were kind of nearby seem to not notice.
No. No
You-
kidding.
You can take a second shot if you wish.
I do.
You fire the second shot, impaling another bird to the wall, and the third bird now takes notice and flies away.
I'll wave at the third bird as it flies away, and I will climb up there and retrieve my breakfast
Okay.
and my crossbow bolts.
Are you going to eat them immediately?
While I'm sitting up on the ledge.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
So everybody else walks out of the shop and kind of looks around for a second, and then you notice Silt perched up on a ledge, just tearing into some small birds.
I'm going to get the nicest feather from one of those birds and float it gently down to Kit.
Cute, sugar cute.
Tad's gonna say, you know, at least Pearl had the decency to take her prey to someplace we couldn't see. I mean, geez, Silk. Bring it down, would you please?
I'll finish and rejoin them.
All right.
I think I'll
What do you
probably
mean
keep
like that?
a feather for myself as well.
Okay.
What are you saying exactly, Taddy?
Just one feather, Katie?
Yeah.
So I bought from the market.
I put a bird feather on each of your inventories.
Thanks.
I'll react to Pearl's comment and just look at her and go, you think I haven't noticed the blood on your mouth? You wandering off with people and coming back with the blood on your mouth? I just ain't said nothing. And I kind of do the shrug thing and like, whatever. Just, like I said.
We can talk about it if you want.
Nah, it's fine. Like I said, I don't care. It's just you had the decency to take them away. Silk's sitting in there, sitting up on the freaking roof. Like, what the hell?
Pam, make a perception check.
Oh, sorry, nature. One sec.
Okay.
That's lovely.
Continue.
What do you want me to do? I'm sorry, I'm not understanding your commentary.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Has nothing to do with you specifically. Has to do with Phil sitting on a roof eating her prey. I was just using you as an example of how to do it properly.
Also, you're accusing me of not biting the actual prey that we had to deal with on the first get-go? Is that what we're doing now?
I think you're misunderstanding me, Pearl. I am saying that you took your prey somewhere where we didn't have to watch it. Silk is sitting there for the whole world to watch it.
Well, I'm going to say something right now. That's because, luckily, I didn't have to, but I wouldn't doubt in 2 minutes if I had to do that in front of every single one of you right here, right now, next to me.
As they're bickering, I'm gonna go up and put my arms around both of their shoulders and say, let's just be friends.
I mean, I kind of thought it was a compliment, but if Pearl's going to take
She's
it as
pretty
a
convincing, so.
if Pearl's going to take it as an insult, and I'm okay, whatever. We'll just should move on. We'll leave it alone.
The way you're coming at it is not really becoming in a friendly way. It is coming out as an insult. Like you wish that I would have done this in front of everybody instead of kind of quote quote hiding it from the world
What?
to see.
No, 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 no. That's quite the opposite of what I'm saying. I am, if anything, thanking you for taking your prey somewhere else, whereas Silt is not. It's Silt that I'm talking about, not you.
Let's just have everybody do whatever they feel comfortable doing. Maybe she doesn't feel comfortable doing this here, and like outside of everybody, and she doesn't care if everybody sees. Like, let's just let everybody do whatever they want to do. Why does it matter? I just ask that if anybody has an issue with anything that we're doing, let's just talk about it afterwards. Maybe she feels that she doesn't care who sees, and she's okay with that. And it shouldn't bother
Okay.
anybody at the end of the world. I mean, Pearl, by the way, she's getting a little frustrated right now, and her eyes are gonna turn a little bit more red than usual. Just throwing it out there.
Daddy's just gonna shake his head, but whatever. Let's just keep going.
All right. So you all make your way through. Eventually, you find Gistra's shop. Before we get too much farther, how do you want to approach this scenario, Taddy?
Oh, this is who I'm looking for.
That's where you were heading next, wasn't it?
Well, we're heading to the northern boroughs. Uh, Gonna look into finding the kid and find the shop.
Okay, so do you want to do the kid or the shop first?
I guess if we come across the shop first, then
Okay.
we'll start with the shop.
Well, that's the map I've already got pulled up, so that's where we're going.
Okay.
Move you along just a little bit here. You find the shop down kind of like a back alley sort of thing. It's not like an open front shop where people go to buy and sell things. It's more of a workshop than a sale shop, if that describes it better. But as you walk past the front of it, you can glance in and you can see Gistra, sorry, what is she? She is a dwarf. You can see her working at her forge. You can see piles of scrap metal and seemingly potion making equipment. And then you can see her steel defender over here. Just kind of standing there motionless, seemingly in hibernation mode. But she is pounding at the forge, working on something. Insert random job.
Okay. Is this shelving in front of us, or is it supposed to be a wall? What is that?
So yeah, this is a wall here. So anything that looks like these boards, that's a wall.
Okay.
The section that you're standing next to right there, Teddy, this section here, that's a window.
Okay.
And then the door is over by this token here. This is the door.
Okay.
So, and there's some random civilians standing having conversation that you can see as well.
Okay. I'm gonna relay to the group. Hey, I think this might be the shop where that item is. Well, if you guys give me a minute, let me go inside and discuss it with the shop owner.
What?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, I'm gonna head over to the door.
So that's the
Any,
window. The door's here.
okay, the door. Okay, get to the door. Anything stop me or?
Oh, the door's unlocked.
Okay, I'll open the door. And hello. Take a step in.
You hear the cling, cling, cling as she's hammering on whatever she's working on at the anvil. Be with you just a minute. Cling, 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 cling.
Okay, I'm gonna walk in even further then, because it looks like, nobody's really giving a shit.
As you take a couple steps in, you notice that the steel defender stops being motionless and kind of like shakes itself, like shake yourself awake kind of thing, but otherwise doesn't move.
Okay, I want to make note of entries, exits. Is this a one-story, two-story? Is it just that one window and a door?
Yeah, so there's 2 windows and 1 door. Those are the only ways in or out. It is a single-story shack.
Does it have a ventilation system since she's doing some type of work?
Yeah, there's like a roof hatch that's kind of propped open to let any smoke that accumulates out.
Okay, can I see the hatch from where I'm at? Like, make details on it? Or
It's above the furnace or the forge that she's at, so it'd be like right here.
okay.
It
Can I make out a handle, a lock,
it looks like a standard trap door that's just propped open.
Oh, so it is propped open. Okay.
Currently, yes, because the forge is running. Anything else you want to catch observationally?
Other than a bunch of junk on all these tables, anything kind of look shiny?
The only shiny stuff you notice is the stuff back behind the counter. So this is like a alchemy workstation. There's lots of vials and different tonics and such. All of this stuff here is like processing equipment. So it's chemicals being run through filters and such like that. This is all scrap. This is a big pile of scrap. These look like scrap. There's the 2 suits of armor here with a weapon stand in between them. And then there's 2 weapon stands here and 2 more back here. All with... Oh, sorry, and 3 more here. All of them have some semblance of seemingly completed weaponry on them.
Okay. Great. Then after I kind of gather all that information, I just wait.
Yep. Doesn't take more than a minute. She finishes clanging and sets what you now see to be a short sword that she was working on back in the forge. Comes out from behind the counter, kind of cleaning her hands and then offering one as a handshake. Goes, welcome to the shop. Name's Gistra. What can I do for you, dearie?
Yeah, I'd shake your hand, but my hands are a little, iffy right now. I was told you were the person to see about big range weaponry. Do you have anything like that here?
Big ranged weaponry? Well, what are we talking? Are we talking like ship mounted or just you're a really big person?
Kind of
Ah,
like a hand cannon. I don't. I, they told me you were the person to see about big weaponry. That's range weaponry. That's all I know.
well, I do know my. Are you looking for something more crossbow like or something more pistol like? Like, are you looking to use powder to power the
Powder's
projectile?
powder's. I mean, powder can be time consuming, so probably like a crossbow. Yeah, I suppose. But I mean, I'm talking about big damage arrows or
I see.
whatever.
I mean, when it comes to crossbows, it's hard to get that bang without enchantment, which I mean, I'm capable of it, but it's not particularly my specialty. So they were right to send you in the matter of it's something I could do, but it's not something I typically do. Um, Definitely not something I'm set up to do. As you can see, I'm more in the metalworking trade.
So what you're saying is it's probably going to cost me quite a bit of coin
Yeah,
or
because
something like that.
I'd have to procure the resources to develop what you need. I mean, it's definitely something I could do, and I'm always looking for new challenges to break up the monotony of labor. But it wouldn't
Okay,
particularly be the cheapest thing on the market.
okay. Well, my unfortunately my contacts didn't give me that information, so let me go get my coin purse a little heavier. I'm currently working on a couple jobs right now that should help with that. And I'll be back.
Of course, of course. If you're looking for more coin, I tend to buy scrap off people. As you can see, every little bit helps. If you come across any, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Absolutely, absolutely. I will definitely keep you in mind. Thank you. Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome, dearie. You have a lovely day.
You too. And then I'll head back out to join the group.
As you're opening the door to leave, you can hear her resuming work at the forge. Cling, cling, cling.
I come out, I address the group. Who's the guy? Oh, they're just random people standing there?
Yeah, they're just standing there having
Okay,
conversation.
okay. Otis, you want me to yell at you back there? You wanna... So, so guys, it would appear that the lost item is in there, under lock and key, and she doesn't want to give it up. So I think I'm gonna have to come back in the evening and retrieve it.
Patty, did you see anything? Were you able to like spot anything while you were there?
Well, I mean, she's got a ton of scrap all over the place. As a matter of
Scrap?
fact, yeah, as a matter of fact, she says she purchases said scrap from anybody willing to sell it. Might be a good place for you to grab some scrap if you needed it there, Otis. Um, but yeah, like I said, I think this job's gonna have to wait until the evening, and we're gonna have to come back and retrieve it.
So I might have fucked her up earlier, Mike, and I apologize for that. But we'll retcon back to when you were talking to your contact earlier.
Hmm.
The machine you're looking for extracts essence from metallic objects.
Okay.
It's
Did
not.
I notice the machine sitting anywhere?
You would have noticed based off the description. It's sitting right there.
Okay, perfect.
So sorry if I wasn't clear on that earlier. I thought I was.
Yeah,
But
that's what I was kind of hoping for was
yeah,
to find out where that was.
yeah, it's sitting on the table right there,
Yeah.
based on
When
the
you
description you were given at least.
yeah, when you brought everything up, but you didn't put it on the list, I was thinking she's probably got a chest, vault, keep, something somewhere. I was gonna have to try and find the stash. But okay, that makes it even easier. So, I suggest we go find this kid in the meantime, because it's what, midday?
Uh, yeah, roughly. It's pushing up on
Yeah.
lunchtime for everybody but Silt. Because she just had a little snack.
Yeah. So let's go find that the mother.
Okay. Following the listing on the notice board, you're able to find. Pull up my notes. You're able to find Athen Leah. She is a young gnomish woman. You ask passerbys if anybody knows where she lives. You're able to get directed to her home. And you are standing in front of her home currently.
Y'all want me to handle this, or who wants to talk to Agatha? You seem to have more information
I'll
than I
talk to
do.
her.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so you seem to have more information than we do. So good call. Go for it.
Get you back up. Where are we now?
You're in the same general vicinity. Kind of put up the world map here again.
Okay.
So where you're at right now is the general vicinity of both the tinkerer's shop as well as the house.
I'll knock on the door.
Yeah, a moment later, a young gnomish woman answers. Yes, can I help you?
Are you a Thinlia?
I am. Please tell me you're here to help me find my son.
I am, in fact, here to help you find your son.
Wonderful, wonderful. Please come in.
I will. I have some friends with me. Are they?
Yes, of course. All of you, please.
Motion them in.
I follow.
All right. Anybody not go in the house?
I'll go in.
I was gonna go in.
All right. Once inside, it's a small, comfortable, kind of like 2-bedroom apartment looking place. She gestures for you to sit down at the table. There's not enough stools for everybody, so 3 of you will have to remain standing.
Eddie will stand.
And she, can I offer you something to drink? I have some tea, and I might have a little bit of rum. It's not very good, but it does the trick. I've been partaking of it a little more than I should, probably.
No, thank you.
I want some rum.
She shakily pours a glass for anybody who accepts.
Oh, how tall are her ceilings?
Not very. Probably like
Okay.
5 foot. So anybody over 5 feet tall needs to like duck.
I have to sit on my butt because I'm 8'5".
Yeah. So you like crawl into the hovel.
Yeah.
Aww, that's cute.
Sorry, Otis will be sitting on her butt right next to her too.
Thank you all so much for looking into my son. But what do you know? What information can I give you? What do you need to help?
Where was he last seen?
I'm not sure. The last time I saw him was right here, right where you're all at right now. He left to play with his friends.
Do his friends live in the neighborhood here?
They do.
Do you know where?
Well,
Are they still around? Do they still play outside?
2 of them have gone missing as well, and the other 2 that he typically hangs out with, one lives right above me, and the other lives down the way a little bit, but, I've talked to them myself, and they don't know anything. The 3 that went missing all ran off together.
When did this happen?
About 2 weeks ago.
Was it during the day?
Kind of. It was getting to be nighttime, but, the sun was still in the sky, so I let him go out for a little bit, and he promised he'd be back as soon as it got dark.
Do the other kids still go outside and play? after they've gone?
No, their parents are worried they won't let them out anymore.
Well, I think we can help you.
That would be most amazing. What do you need from me? What will it take to resolve all this?
Do you have a picture or a likeness of your son?
Yes, of course, of course. She like gets up quickly and hurries to her bedroom. She comes back with a drawing of her son and offers it to you. Please, please hold on to this. Keep it. Just bring him back to me.
We will. I'll pat her arm and comfort her. And well, guys, I think we can find them. Shall we?
Let's not make any haste. Let's get it going.
And I'll turn back to her and say, we'll get started on this right away. When we find him, when we find out information about him, we will be back.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
As Gallon is leaving, Gallon's gonna leave one of her bottles of rum on the table.
Are you trying to do it sneakily, or you not care if you're noticed?
Nah, I don't care if I'm noticed.
Okay. Katie, I added likeness of Quadri to your inventory, which is the kid's name. So that's the picture she gave you. All right. Anybody got anything else, or you'll take it off?
No.
Let's get going, man.
Help the big guys out, like number shove.
All right.
It's defined.
All right, so you guys step out of the home. Odess and Kit, you both have to like do the stretch to realign your spine to the way it's supposed to be after being hunched over for, the 15, 20 minutes or so you were in the home. And what are you guys doing next?
Well, I suppose we should go check out the area where the kids were playing.
What if we bait these creatures?
Gotta know where to bait them first.
You gotta know what creature you're baiting.
Yeah.
All we have to do is let them children.
We're not endangering any more kids.
No, of course not. Of course not. I'm not saying that.
What about one lone kid?
And then all of a sudden, poof, I become a child.
Okay. How about two?
Two kids. We only have one, right?
I can't do two kids.
Imagine she just like splits herself in two.
You ready, DM?
Hold on. $50 things at once. Before anything, Katie, what race of child did you turn into?
How about a little halfling boy? Well, not little. I can't get too much smaller, but...
Okay. Fill me in, Taddy. What are you doing?
I removed my ring.
Okay. Taddy, you guys watch after he says, how about two? And he removes his ring and hovering just barely off the ground, you see in front of you
A 4-foot tall, 35-pound fairy.
Hell yeah, Tabby. We could fuck some shit up.
Otis is just gonna be like, I knew something was up.
that was the ring that you saw earlier, Brad, that had the peculiar glow,
Gotcha.
the illusion-based glow, is the ring that he removed.
Gotcha.
So it would appear that I was shape-shifted when we lost our memory. I didn't realize I was who I was until we got our memories back. I've just been maintaining that visage so I could do what I do without getting caught.
Yeah, I was gonna be kind of like surprised and then just be like, oh, that must have sucked being stuck in another form that you didn't even know was you. Like the mind works, trying to like get her brain around it.
Yeah.
And now that everybody knows, I can put up all the wonderful character tokens on the stream that I've been holding on to that cycles through.
So, but, yeah, so as far as, another child, I'll slip the ring back on and, what, gnome? Male gnome? That's pretty close to my height, I think.
Yeah, I got a pretty cool one here.
So now we have 2 children to fate them out.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What do children do?
Oh, I got this. We have fun. Let's go. Where's the playground, anyways?
Fun. What's fun? I whisper to somebody standing next to me.
Looks like Odess and Kit are right next to you.
Oh, what kind of sugar cube?
I don't think you meant that kind of fun, and I scamper off after Taddy.
You are a child. You don't need to be talking like that. Gross. What's wrong with you?
So fill me in. What are you guys doing here?
I
Well,
was imitating Taddy, trying to get my kid on. I
And,
don't know what that's about.
I'm looking at Silk going, which way is the playground? And I tell the rest of the crew, stay back if we're gonna be bait, you know, don't. They're not
We
gonna
don't
come
even know what we're trying to bait yet.
Well, we'll figure it out once we get to the playground and get it to come get it, try and take us.
Oh god.
So there are no playgrounds in Haven.
Okay. Where would the kids normally play?
They play. I mean, you guys see kids playing all the time. They play where they find space.
Okay. Well, I would consider a space that they go to on a regular basis as a playground, so.
No
How about
carousel, not like a little area for kids to do shenanigans. It's like
No, I mean in your back and forth across Haven, you've seen kids running up and down alleys. You've seen kids playing hide and seek, throwing stuff into the water. I mean, they're kind of just all over the place.
I mean, I just kind of figured this was like the Bronx and like kids were kicking the can down the street.
Kind of.
On the stoop.
Yeah, no, that's pretty accurate.
Okay.
And that's like the kids area, quote, where
Everyone come in when the lights go on. Like,
right.
Anybody got a ball? Little.
That's what I meant. Not like a real like kids place, but like a kids area where we like know for sure that they're like children.
No, I mean kids are all over the place. There's no like one spot where kids hang out. It's each group of kids kind of like do their own thing and stick to their own little area, but there's no like set place where the kids go.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
I got an idea. Come with me, and I look for the nearest alleyway. It looks dark. Might even have like sewer grates or.
Yeah. So the closest dark alley would be like up over here, kind of.
Okay.
just a little bit north of the home, and the alley, I mean, it twists and turns, but it leads off to the edge of the city.
Okay.
And is everybody going with you, or are you just taking Silt?
I'm hoping that the rest. Well, I asked the rest of the group to wait outside the alley.
I thought the plan was to kind of. I mean, I think the plan, out of character maybe, since we're not all together anymore, should kind of be that we follow and we should have a plan to watch them from a distance.
That's what I'm hoping for here.
Yeah. Okay. So is this alleyway that we're going near? Is that near the water?
It leads to the water after a couple of twists and turns.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of I guess I'm gonna zoom out here. Gal is going
I will have a map for you next week. But if you look up at the top of the map, I can. So like, here's the main thoroughfare, and the alley kind of twists and turns to the edge of the city. So the way I'm imagining this is you four would kind of wait here while Taddy and Silt go down the alley.
That's about what I was hoping for, picturing.
Yeah, not to scale or anything. Like I said, I'll have a map for you next week, but...
Okay. And I'll
Is there
say...
a alley?
Is there a what?
A parallel alley? Because if you're saying it goes out to the edge of the city, I'm assuming there's a walkway at that edge, or just...
Oh, yeah. So you guys are on, like, a main thoroughfare, and there's, I mean, alleys all over the place that all lead to the same place. And then there's a little bit of a walkway on the edge. It is an outer edge, so the city tends to build up to the edge, but there's a little walkway where you could, like, walk the perimeter of the city, per se.
Okay. I would like to, and Mike's probably going to kill me for this, but go down one of the separate alleyways.
Okay.
Do what you want to do.
You want to go north or south?
We'll go to this one, the one that I just picked right there.
Okay. You're going all the way out to the water?
Yeah, just after the walkway right there, off the edge.
Okay.
And is the alley viewable from the water, or is there like a big drop off from the dock to the water?
So there is a drop from the city to the water. The city sits about 15, 20 feet above the water level. But like the walkway Odess is on is up on the city. It's not like it's not like a boardwalk thing where the walkway's down lower than the city.
I gotcha. Okay, then I'm gonna try and find the tallest building next to that alley. And sneakily crawl up there.
Okay.
Perch myself up there.
Make an acrobatics check. Or athletics. Either or. Athletics, I would say.
Athletics would be for me, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you finagle your way up, and you are perched kind of in an overwatch up here. Go ahead and give me a stealth check to see how well you kind of like stick to the shadows, so to speak. Beautiful. Okay. So you climb yourself up there and find a good spot to kind of like bunker in to make it hard for you to be seen. What's everyone else doing?
Waiting for Pearl and Kit to do what they're doing.
Possible for Kit to hide because she's so large. So she's going to find a space not directly near the alley, but to where she can still hear what's going on over there, and she's just going to like softly play some tunes.
Okay. So kind of like just post up at the doorway to the alley here and jitter a little bit.
Like
where she's not being suspicious.
Okay. And what about you, Pearl?
Follow her
So stay right there.
and ask her what she's doing.
Okay.
So just jam out.
Do what?
All right. Well, it sounds like you guys developed a plan, and we are going to see how that turns out next week. I'm going to stop the game 14 minutes early so we can go through and finish any leveling up stuff you all might need help with. But on the hunt for a kid, hopefully some bait works. We will find out next week. Thank you, everybody, for coming to watch the stream. We love you. And we will see you next week, if not Friday, for Lord Z's Fantastical Dungeon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
I